Listen, we're gonna do this in an orderly fashion. No, I don't want to hear it. June, take it easy on Bruce. This better go better than yesterday. Every day we get a little better, ladies. 1-6. Take it easy, Scooter. Look out, I don't have a horn. Wait till somebody realizes Bruce has got his own trough. Oh wait, Bunny gonna bump him? Come on, give him the longhorns. Oh, there's one. Finn will do it, man. He don't mess around. Uh-oh. Take it easy, man. It's like your half sister. Bruce is so hard-headed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Everybody get out of the way. Everybody get out of the way. Morning, everybody. Chad. Adler Farms. Woo! Hope everybody's doing all right. I got the old shovel out and pushed some grain towards the door so I don't have to stick my arm all the way in like I'm preg checking the grain cart. Somebody asked me too, he said, hey, I want to see inside the grain cart. Deal, hang on. The previous owner, which I think is the original owner, took some, this looks like it was a, what was that? Is that a full 2x10? It may have been a 2x10 and then some 2x4s, and built us an arch that keeps the tarp supported. And the only moisture we've had get in it, I pulled this back for video. The only moisture we've had get in it is over there. That's why we're gonna build something we can park it under. I'm pointing over there because plans have changed from where I set those posts over there. Listen, if you do stuff while your wife's at work that you think will make her happy, you're wrong. You should definitely wait until you ask your wife where she wants our tractor shed. Woo! Bunny. Hi, pretty lady. Hi. Got something on your face. You got something on your face. Here, you want a little taste? Nobody's looking. You better hurry. Here comes Finn. He takes lessons from Bruce. Yeah, see? Now listen, you guys, I know what's gonna happen though. You're gonna knock that over. I don't dump grain where Tipsy's standing. I pour it and then I let her come to it. Well, how'd you get your own bowl? Badonk. Was that you that pushed him away? That wasn't very nice. Yeah, go on. Betcha if we push this up here, they'd be able to keep tabs on it a little better. There we go. Whew. All right, we're gonna try something since it's just the three of y'all. Ready? Here you go. Woo! That's plenty of grain there. So Sunny here, I have hit with so much lice spray that now she runs when she sees it. But I don't know what else to do. It's cold, but it's not as cold as it was. It's like 35 right now. That's okay by me. Lady 8, listen, mama, take it easy, hang on, wait a minute, you're gonna get some, everybody be patient. Hey, I'm gonna clip your, there we go. Woo, let's go up top, come on. Vámonos, mi amigas. Woo! I took the windshield down. No, I was out here working last night, and somebody mounted a pretty bright light bar on the front of the Honda years ago, and it's good, but it's behind the windshield. Or maybe somebody didn't just think that that light would bounce right back in your eyes with the windshield. Oh man. I blew a button. No, in my pocket. Anyway, was out here working last night. If you've been following us on social media on the interwebs, I was out here late last night. We bought a new, or I should say the pump that we ordered. Actually, the pump we ordered didn't finally show up. They canceled that order. We reordered another one, and it showed up in like 24 hours. I mean, literally. So I don't know what the holdup was on the first one, but it's all good now. We got a pump that works, and yeah, pretty excited about it. So if you didn't know, if you're new here, first off, if you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. We got to drain our pond, fill in the giant hole with dirt. We had a peninsula cut out of the pond, and when we cut that out, it made a giant hole, which allowed us to save some water. The problem is now we need to fill that hole, but we can't get back into it because we get so much water that the pond's pretty much full. So we're pumping that out, and it's a slow process with a 2-inch pump. Now, I knew that's the way it would be. You guys told me to go rent a 6-inch, but I haven't yet. Just thought I could do it with a 2 and conserve a little bit of water, but I think what I'm going to end up actually doing is cutting we have a spillway. The pond basically blew out. We have a spillway, and I think I'm going to use my tractor to make that even bigger today and just get the water out of there, because there is no rainfall in the next, I believe it's like 10 days, or if there is rainfall, it's very, very small. We got to get that fixed. We got to fix it quick, because normally, let's see, today's the 25th, I believe, 24th. Yeah, today's the 25th. Normally, right around March 1st, we get rain, and I mean heavy rain, a couple days a week. I have water control issues because we got to fix the ditch. It's time we just take care of it and get it ready. Because if I can shove that dirt inside the hole and the muck dries out in 2 or 3 days, if I can get that dirt shoved inside that hole, which will level the pond out. I need to draw a picture for you guys, but I feel like we talk about it so much, and I still don't quite give you guys a representation of what we need to do, because there's always a lot of questions when I post about it. You know, hey, why are you doing that? Hey, where's the water going? Well, first off, if you see anybody ask where the water's going, we have a gigantic creek behind the property. It actually just clips the back edge of our property, and then it goes to a 200-acre ranch where there's 5 or 6 ponds that it fills. So I'm sure he's probably been wondering where all his water's at. But he knows now, or he's got water now. If you see anybody comment down below where the water's going, it's going to a giant creek. Can't possibly flood it or ruin it. We don't need to let everybody know downstream. It's totally okay. Speaking of letting your wife know ahead of time what you're doing, we're not sure we want these right here, but I don't know. She's gonna come out here today. It's so hard to know when you've got a blank canvas where you want to put things. And we actually, I don't want to give it away, but oh man, I don't know if I want to do it. We have something coming that might render these more useful somewhere else. Somewhere else. A little chilly, my mouth's catching up. Come on, tongue. We might want to move these, and yeah. Also, where we want to move them, the thing we ordered has a hard wall, and we'll be able to come off the side of it with a gigantic lean-to instead of having to use all 4 of these, which are $65 a piece. I got a smoking deal on them. Thing we ordered has a solid wall. I don't want to give it away. I'm just trying to, yeah. Anyway, instead of having to use 4 corners, we'll have something that has a solid wall, and we can use all 4 of these posts to make a lean-to. And if you don't know what's coming, you ain't looking. And believe it or not, as far as getting these out of the ground, won't be that hard at all. I only used a bag and a half of concrete. They're in the ground about 3 feet, which isn't much given their height, but we were going to cut them down to like 12 here and 13 here, 12 there, so the rain went that way, which makes it sound like we're going to flood out our neighbors, but we won't. There's a nice little trench that goes that way. So I can't believe Bruce isn't up here at least. Oh, and by the way, we're getting more longhorns. We're getting more, and we're also going to have a calf. Ow. We're also going to have a calf, shock myself, hit the ground. So that's one more longhorn. So we need to tighten this fence up. Right now, this fence for the alpacas is letting that warm up. It's kind of a cold starter, but then it runs great. I think it needs a new starter actually, but it's like a $40, $50 part. Right now, this is set up, it's almost 3 acres, and the alpacas only need, you can put 6 alpacas on 1 acre if you have good grass. We only have 4 alpacas, so I bought this little measuring wheel. Ready? Check that out. So if you don't know what this is, as you walk, everybody's gonna get motion sickness. There you go. As you walk, it measures. So you can see I measured something yesterday. Is that in meters? Finn, I don't speak meters. Are you kidding me? I'm with footage. I don't know what to do now. Doggone it. Just kidding, man. I can do it. I can totally do it, brother. I can do it. So we need to tighten up the alpaca fence so we can get more longhorns, because we've actually got some really good grass coming up already. But the longhorns can't get to it because the alpaca fence is like, let's see, almost 75% bigger than it needs to be. I just made that up. But yeah, it's huge. Let's run down to the pond, get the pump started, and get the pond pumping. And we'll see if we want to try and get a deeper ditch dug to drain it quicker. Bruce. You got the water filling up. It's kind of nice not having a windshield. I mean, you know, we are heading into a season where it'd be okay to have this off of here, but this light right here, it's pretty bright. Windshield in here, and I was out here working last night. Man, it was just blasting. The light was blasting off that windshield. Way too bright. Oh, I finished. I put some metal on the structure down there that Case and I were working on, so I'll take you down there and show you. Man, this thing's already paid for itself. And mind you, some of you guys were like, oh my goodness, man, you paid an arm and a leg for that. You don't have a clue what I paid for that. And trust me, I wouldn't have paid an arm and a leg for it. I love Honda, but this was a smoking deal. James just needed to get rid of it because he bought a 4-seater, so he was in a position to sell. We were in a position to buy. Appreciate you still, James. Runs awesome. Well, let me show you how much water leaves this thing in about 2 hours. So that pump runs until it runs out of gas, and it's got an automatic shut off for both gas and oil. But here's where we want the water line. Okay. I did that when it was full. Here's where it was before I cut the trench. And then yesterday, before I turned on the pump, I put that stick in the ground. And you can see how much it drained. That's quite a bit, actually. Let's fill this back up, which just proves some of you guys are trying to call me out saying that I put too much oil in it. No. I bought, see, I bought a quart of oil. I put half of it in there. It smoked and blew up within about 30 seconds. No new oil. See? Oh, but Chad, you just hit it. No, I didn't, okay? Listen, Linda. I just added the exact same amount of oil to something worth buying, and it ran 6 times yesterday. All right, got it topped off. You just run it, and it'll shut off when it runs out of oil. That is absolutely okay. I Googled the interwebs. It's okay. So put this on there. Slide this to start. It shut off automatically, so this is still on. The fuel is still on. Throttle back a little bit. Hang on, I don't want to undo this, because if I undo it, it'll relieve the pressure, release the pressure. Here's what I've been doing. Let's try this. We're gonna hold this pipe up, and I'm gonna put a pretty good little Chad Doss grip on it. Turn the choke off. I can already feel it pouring water. No, that's air. No, it's not, Linda. It's a Honda. Come on, buddy. Woo. Now, I'm not real worried about this eroding anything, because once we get it emptied, we're gonna bury that pipe and we're gonna backfill over all this. All that stuff right here and all the muck we can take out of there. We're gonna build this up a little bit. Thanks to a landscaper that we found on Facebook Marketplace, we're getting some fescue at almost a third of the price compared to your big box store. We're getting a 50-pound bag of fescue. I think we're gonna get 20 of them because Grandpa needs them too. But they are regular in stores right now. They're $130 a bag. At my local co-op, they're $3.10 a pound, making them $150, which is more expensive than the big box store. I don't know. Highway robbery and greed going on right now, if you ask me, folks. It's just like Scotty and I were talking about my hay guy. Right now, the average cost for hay is $75 a ton. That's 2,000 pounds for $75. On Facebook Marketplace, just get on there and look. I guarantee there's some for $150 for a 1,000-pound bale. So there's people charging double, and there's plenty of hay. There's tons of hay. There's people charging double the national average, and sometimes that's delivered and sometimes it's not. Like the price I got on hay, other than Scotty, was $130 a bale with a $230 trip charge from where they were bringing it. Yeah, so, you know, you can say there's crazy times we're living in, but I think just greed makes it even crazier. It's starting to drive me nuts. All right, once again, I'm gonna talk about it, even if you're tired of hearing about it. You can kind of see now, there's a ridge right here, and it's holding all that water on that side. And there's a ridge right here, kind of holding it that way. There's basically like a gap right there, if you will. And what we need to do is get the water down enough we can get the tractor in there, because this side is not very deep. It's not near as deep as this side. But we need to get the tractor in there and just shove all that dirt into this giant hole right here. It truly is a huge hole. And we'll pull those stumps out of there, or at least buzz them off and burn them out, one of the two. And yeah, so we got a bunch of red clay right over here too, which sounds like a lot of work, but this is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes years to develop land and develop it right. We're trying to do things the right way and as efficient and quickly as we can. But when speed compromises doing something the right way, we back off and we make sure we do it the right way before we just trust a spillway. So this thing will rip for a couple, 3 hours and have no problem. And I don't see that as an expense that we won't use again. We have water right there, and we're going to pump water to that when it gets really hot with this pump, so we can keep the animals cool without them getting inside here. Great day for burning your brush piles. All right, let's go look at the shelter we built back here, and I'll show you the other purpose for that measuring wheel. I'm driving on baby grass, but you know what? Nothing gets a participation trophy around here, not even baby grass. Earn your keep, bro. So here you go, all buttoned up. Got the metal on there. Now I'm gonna come back. I probably just triggered the motion sensor again. I'm gonna come back and put a support in the middle. The other ones I have to duck coming in. I don't have to duck in here. These are a true, I think they're 6'6" here, 6'7" there. So that's plenty for longhorns. But I already know Ray wants the longhorns out front, even though there's not a lot of traffic on our road. But they're super pretty, and our best pasture right now is up there. So yeah, but let's get the old wheel out and measure. As you can see, we have some trees overhead, but they would have to literally fall over to damage the shed. This tree, I don't know, we're gonna see how it leaves out this year, how it buds out. It's massive, and it's just a matter of time before it doesn't want to stand anymore. But we'll see. The other reason for getting that wheel, I'll show you right now. We think, and by we think, I mean I need to check with Ray, but we're gonna put a cross fence on the back of the property behind the pond dam. Like from behind the pond dam, we're not gonna curve too much. I'm just gonna go shoo, straight across. And then we might also cut this in half. We'll put a gate in the middle, obviously, so we can move animals back and forth or leave it open and let them have it all. We're gonna figure something out, but what I wanted to do was find basically the exact same spot where this sits. I wanna mirror it over there. So that wheel, I can walk to the fence line that way. I know I'm 30 feet off of the back of here because I measured that with my tape, but I wanna go from here to that fence, and then I'll double check from here to here, and then I'll go over there, way over there, almost a football field away, more than a football field, and we'll build an identical one as long as it's a high spot. Because I did choose, if you notice, the ground everywhere is saturated, but right here, pretty stinking dry. How many of you guys are screaming at the screen because I've still got the sticker on there? It's definitely in meters. Trickery and deceit things on Amazon, where they list two identical products and it doesn't scream, this one's in meters, this one's in feet. We're gonna walk as straight a line as possible. How am I doing, Coach? Whoop. We want it pretty spot on. Oh man. Wow. I might need a sobriety check. Ow. We're gonna call it 45 feet off of the, no, 45 meters. Be 135 feet, give or take. South fence. We need to go do it on the north fence. Make sure I got the 45 right. I don't want to be like 45.8 and be, 10 feet off one direction. Whew. You guys know what I just realized? I left the hose on up there for the cows. I'm gonna go shut that off. Might be kind of cool just to have a bunch of alpacas back here. I don't know. The only thing is we do need to put a donkey with them, because the only place we have coyotes are around the pond and in the back pasture. We got to pick one of our donkeys that wants to live with the alpacas. Thanks for hollering, buddy. I'll get it. Sorry. Oops, my bad. It's not as much water as you think, but could have been. We got a fire started. I don't necessarily need to measure and build that thing today. What I do need to do is tighten up the alpaca structure. I'm sorry, the alpaca shelter. We want to make it much, whoa. What swarms like that? Those little birds. By the way, we did buy a martin house, but it showed up and it's not a martin house. It's just a bunch of pieces of plastic because it's really cheap and we got ripped off. So it's going back. Should have just found like a metal one, like, I grew up with in my grandpa's backyard, grandma and grandpa's backyard. So we'll get her sorted though. But let's go up top and measure where we want to move the alpaca pin, is what I was trying to say a minute ago. Hey buddy. No? Not happening? Okay. Man, we gonna do chores today or keep getting dressed?
Look like a burnt marshmallow.
Cutest burnt marshmallow I've ever seen.
First time I've worn these.
I can't tell. 20 minutes to get ready.
What?
Nothing.
What are you mouthing?
Are those Carhartt gloves too?
Yeah.
Hey, Carhartt, would you call us? Because I can't afford this. We know it's been a few hours because I put a stick in the mud right here to see how far down it takes it on a tank. So, see that stick right there?
Yeah.
That was underwater when I started it.
This morning?
Yep.
Nice.
So that's how long it's going to take.
Yep.
So, anyway, it's going to be a while. Marathon, not a sprint, but we're going to fire the pump back up and see if I can get Ray to come help me make the alpaca pin smaller. And then I may have mentioned that we might be moving those poles I put in the ground to accommodate something else we have coming. Because they don't make much sense over there now.
Yeah.
So, do I really have to paint it pink? We'll see.
You were all for it last night, showing me.
That's because I was trying to get permission to get one, and I figured painting it pink would seal the deal. Yeah, it would be cool and bright and pink. Anyway, it doesn't match the Aeroquip green though. So what?
From
the hay ring.
So?
So?
We'll paint that pink too.
You know.
Wouldn't it be funny if a fish just flopped out of it?
What? Wouldn't it be funny if what?
A
A fish jumped out of there? Yeah, we'll keep letting her rip. Because there's no rain in the forecast now. They took it away. There's no rain in the forecast for 8 days, which means it'll probably rain tomorrow. But if we dug this down, or if we got the water below this line right here, that would dry out. And I could take a couple more dips with my tractor and get even more out. Because this 2-incher is going to take a while, but for now we can run that because at least it's doing something. What if I let go? I'll never let go, baby. You believe me, don't you?
No.
Raise Wrench and Rescue just uploaded a short. Did you upload a short? They're not gonna know what to think.
Tried.
No, you got it. All right, it's been a couple hours. Look what Ray did. So we made, this is 50 feet. 50 feet off that corner. So it's not much. What's 50 by 100? It's 5,000 square feet. That's like 0.1152 acres. So it's not much, but like I was telling Ray, and like you guys know too, the alpacas, they're not even in. Where are our alpacas? Look, they're way down there.
Yeah, they're way down there.
They don't even stay home.
No, well, you said the only reason we are blocking it off is just so the cows don't get in their shelter.
Yes.
That one's a place to sleep,
Yes.
so.
But right now, you know who sleeps in their shelter? About 3 cats. Every night, 3 cats sleep in that shelter.
Maybe that's why they can't go in there.
I don't know. Hopefully they're not scared of cats. Good grief. It's just 50 by 100. And the reason we're doing that is we've got a lot of green grass popping up, and we're just gonna have more and more. There's some more, and there's more out front. So as that grass pops up, the alpacas will clearly go wherever the water is and wherever the food is. So the only reason that we're leaving this here, it's not even hot, but it could be. But the only reason that we're leaving this here is so the cows don't go in there and the alpacas still have their structure. I used to be a chauffeur. That's kind of weird. That's not true. You drive your car.
That is, yeah, I always drive.
Yeah. Every time we go eat date night, she drives. I heard the pump shut off. Should we go turn it back on or enjoy the peace and quiet for a little bit?
Let's go check it out.
It's not very loud. It's just, what's it do? Like a gallon of gas, and it takes like maybe 2 or 3 hours, and it runs out. But that's on full speed, so it is what it is. It's a Honda, babe. Just rip it. Okay, hang on. I forgot I was talking to. Forgot who I was talking to. Hang on. Mama, help! That's Tipsy, not Mama. Look at that grass. You're good. I walk across this ridge right there, but I didn't because I was alone, so I think it's about to happen. I gotta see how deep it is.
I'm sorry, you're gonna what?
I want to walk across that and see what we're up against. No? I bring my floaties?
I dare you.
I ain't never back down from a dare. Famous last words of almost every man.
It's so much. It's not even stable. There's no way.
I've lost like 40 pounds. It's okay. Hang on. Okay.
You can't.
Maybe not. I bet I could tightrope it. Listen, is your phone in your pocket?
Yeah. Woohoo! Just kidding. Nope. You're gonna have to pull me out. Ow!
A golden opportunity to throw Ray in the pond there, but I didn't, so. What are you doing?
We're going in!
Babe, there's no way you could pick me up and throw me in there. I could probably just twist my hips and talk to you in there right now.
Wanna bet?
All right, we're gonna turn the pump on, probably take a break and go get something to eat, edit this, call it a day as far as the video is concerned, but stay tuned, we have something cool coming. And we've officially made more room for longhorns by shrinking the alpaca pasture. That's one thing we had to do. And one of the Burger Bros, well, this will be the last. Yep.
Yeah.
516 or 518, guys. Place your bets down below. That's all I'm going to say.
Look. You missed it. She came in hot over that.
She's thirsty, huh? It's funny about these longhorns, and don't take this wrong. I'm just addressing some comments, not aiming at any comments. But these longhorns came from a 160-acre ranch, and somebody the other day politely said maybe she feels like she needs a more confined space to have the calf. But I don't think that's it, because she's used to having 160 acres, and now she's here on 20. So it's pretty confining.
They just go, yeah, they just go and find somewhere like under a tree.
He's not going to drop that calf, I don't think, in mud or dirt. But these longhorns are very resilient, okay? They're used to the rocks and the dirt and the brush and the grass. And how big was that pond at Kylie and Aaron's? 4 or 5 acres?
Massive.
It was huge. And that was the only one we saw. There were several others. But these longhorns are very adapted to the terrain, or whatever you want to call it around here. So a couple things leaving, a couple things coming. That's all I'm going to say. With that said, y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Peace.